This is live severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Stand by as all of our network streaming channels join our broadcast. This live stream is made possible by Southern Pressed Cleaners and Market, Derek Farr for Randolph County Sheriff, the 19th hole at Cider Ridge, Alpha Insurance Agent Jamie Dukas, Southern Union State Community College, Integrated Contractor Services, Stevens Home Furniture, The Oaks, Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Donnie Grant Jr. for Sheriff Randolph County, Fincher Fence, The Venue at 5 Points Farms, Jeff Monroe for Alabama House District 37, N&W Locks. And now, from the Alpha Severe Weather Center, here's Dr. Don.
Well, hey, here, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don back in here with you on your Saturday evening. Stand by. We'll get that up for you here in just a second. Let's just go back to the radar till we can figure that out. We are live this evening because we've got some big thunderstorms out there. Now, we do not have a lot of severe weather. But we've got some strong thunderstorms across East Alabama, West Georgia, and even up here in the Northeast Georgia mountains. So it is 7:01 p.m. Central, 8:01 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to kind of walk you through this thing and show you what's going on, where it's at, and where we think it's going to go, and what we think it's going to do. First, let me tell you that we have a brand new special weather statement that's just been issued for Talladega County. That's for that line of storms moving through Birmingham. That'll be in Talladega probably within the next 15 or 20 minutes or so. And then as that thing continues to march off to the east, northeast with the individual storms moving more of a easterly motion, then we'll probably see special weather statements continue across East Alabama and West Georgia. But let's start up here in northeast Georgia. Let me switch over to the Atlanta radar. And then we'll just work our way down the line. We have two distinct areas that we're watching, two different lines that we're watching at this hour. So we'll start up here in northeast Georgia. Nothing severe. We have a special weather statement down in Jackson County and Hall County up into Banks County. That's for a heavy storm from Homer back up to Baldwin, back down to Talmo, and then back over the northern half of Lake Lanier. Then we have heavy storms in White County as well, basically from Helen all the way down to North Hall and then back over into Habersham County. None of this stuff is severe. Like I said, the only thing from the Weather Service is a special weather statement for that part of the storm that's down there in Hall, Jackson, and Banks County of northeast Georgia. So we'll just follow this line back down toward Atlanta. Very heavy thunderstorm out there between Lawrenceville all the way back down to Redan out there on eastern side of Atlanta. Then we have some storms up around Sandy Springs and then to the northeast of downtown Atlanta. Then we'll come on down to West Georgia. The line kind of breaks up there around Peachtree City. And then it picks up again around Hogansville down to LaGrange, and then across West Georgia from just northeast of Lynette back up to northern Chambers County. Heavy storms in Chambers County at this hour from 5 Points to Lafayette all the way down to exit 70 on I-85. Heavy storms are continuing down there in Lee County, just south of Opelika. And then a couple of pockets of very heavy rainfall in southern Tallapoosa County and extreme northeastern Elmore County. Again, none of this stuff severe at this hour. It's moving to the northeast. The northern reaches of that may scrape across the Roanoke area in the next 30 to 40 minutes, but for the most part, it's going to stay in Chambers County and eventually end up over into Harris, Troop, and probably southern Hurd as it rides along and just north of I-85 on into Georgia. So those are storms that are running out ahead of the main line of thunderstorms, and we'll switch back to the Birmingham radar. And that'll take just a second to load. Maybe it won't, and we'll try it a different way. Let's See if we can get that to load up right quick. Okay. But you can see, while that's loading, you can see the outlines. I know they're very faint and hard to see, but we have a special weather statement now for Talladega County, and we still have a special weather statement back into the Birmingham area as well. And I don't know exactly why that's not loading. Give me a second, and we will just refire the whole system and see if we can get that to come back for us. And I'm wondering if we haven't lost the Birmingham radar. We've certainly lost the data. All right, let's switch to Montgomery. See if we can get Montgomery to load. There we go. That's close enough. And so we can go in closer and show you where these individual storms are along this main line that stretches really from, you can't see it good because we're looking at it from Montgomery, but it stretches from Chattanooga. Some pretty heavy storms there moving into northwest Georgia. That's a special weather statement up there. And then on down to Gadsden, and then into Birmingham and to the southwest into Bibb County now, just northeast of Brent and West Blockton. Places like Moundville, Utah, down to Livingston, about to move into Demopolis. And we have special weather statements for all locations along that line. Now, the line's only moving about 30 miles per hour. So we've still got a ways to go before this gets into East Alabama and West Georgia. We're looking near the line. The leading edge of the line's about 80 miles away. So we're looking at about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours before that line even makes it into East Alabama and West Georgia. And the hope is here that maybe this line of storms will lose a little bit of its intensity while it continues to move off to the east and southeast. Okay, we got that fixed, I think. I've got to put this in motion so you can kind of see the direction that it's moving. And, the lightning output is not that impressive as far as amount, but where there is lightning, it is pretty impressive because it's pretty intense. So if you've got some lightning taking place at your location, make sure that you're in a safe place indoors. Stay away from the outdoors while the lightning is happening. Alabama ranks 5th in the country on deaths from lightning. Unfortunately, that is not a criteria for severe weather. So oftentimes we get deadly lightning with no weather statements or warnings for these storms. So you got to remember that. So I'm going to zoom that out just a little bit so you can see the overall picture, and then I'm going to jump over here in the chat room. First, let me check the weather service to see if there's anything new. I don't see anything. We have got Cedar Bluff, Alabama in the house. Heavy rain and thunder in Troup County. Thank you, Lisa. Raining and lightning in Valley. Glenn, Georgia in the house. Hey, Kay Cochran, good to see you in here. Ashley says the wind and rain was crazy a few minutes ago in Standing Rock. Yeah, that's not the main line. I understand that's a system running way out ahead of the main line of storms. We saw that same boundary area fire, some storms yesterday, and we had it again today. And all of that is moving in that direction. We got Remy's arrows and circles fixed, so we can kind of show you the direction these storms are moving. And let's change colors here. It's kind of hard to see that yellow. All right, so the main line is kind of moving in that direction. And then the storms down here in Chambers County moving in this direction. So there's some times on this stuff coming out of Chambers County for those of you who have not experienced any of it just yet. Macocious Mills at about 7:18. For those of you who are in Georgia, add an hour to this. Glenn at about 8:27. Aubrey about 8:41. Heard County High School around 8:56. Franklin around 8:57. And Heard County Elementary School around 9:04. These storms are running about 20 miles per hour coming out of Chambers County. Riverview boat ramp around 8:16. The line of storms moving about 30 miles per hour. Helena around 7:16. That's just south of Birmingham. Excuse me. Chelsea about 7:40. Harpersville over there on the Coosa River at about 8:02. Vincent around 8:06. Childersburg about 8:11. And Bonaire around 8:13. Wilsonville around 8:14. Vincent about 8:05. Lots of rain in Lafayette. Report there that there's some street level flooding, a lot of lightning. Got a couple of hours before it gets into East Alabama, the main line. It's still about 80 miles away, and it's only moving at about 30 miles per hour. So at least a couple of hours, depending on where you are in East Alabama. I think that question was from Standing Rock, so a good 2 hours. Those little green triangles, I think, is what you're asking about. Those are hail markers. That's where we think there might be some small hail taking place. Storming in Lynette. Hey, here, Glenn. Any chance of Valley getting any more strong storms tonight? Well, you got one going on right now. And yes, there's some more stuff downstream back in southern Talladega County, and then you got that main line that's still a couple of hours away from you that's moving in your general direction. So, Cassidy, the answer is yes, there is a chance. I don't know what that main line's going to look like by the time it gets into East Alabama. It may be much weaker than it is right now. But at the moment, it's pretty strong. County Road 43 in the house. Hey, him is Kim. Hey, Carly. We had getting some heavy rain and thunder and lightning. Salty GG. Hey, Eddie. If you're just joining us, we have no severe weather out there. I mean, no severe thunderstorm warnings. This evening, we don't anticipate widespread severe, but we do have some strong thunderstorms. So, hey, it's Saturday night. Ain't a whole lot going on up here in the mountains, so we're going to hang out with you for a little while. Well, hello, Bernard Shepard. Eddie, the tornado threat's very low. Hey, Remy, look. Remy's in the house. Look, Remy. We have arrows. We have circles. We have the boxes. I can draw. Look at there. We got Remy's art back. Last time we had a severe weather outbreak, I had computer issues. We lost our main radar computer. And so we had to completely rebuild that joker. It took a minute, but we got it going. Hang on a second. I didn't mean to mash that button. Sorry about that. All right, so here's the latest graphic from the National Weather Service. I just kind of wanted to show you where we expect the stronger thunderstorms to be. You can ignore that yellow. The line of thunderstorms has already passed through that area, so you folks back over in West Alabama, Northwest Alabama, you're in the clear, no threat of severe weather. If you're anywhere north of I-20, I-59, there is no threat of severe weather for the remainder of the night. If you're in the green from about Birmingham east into East Alabama and West Georgia, then there is a level 1 risk of seeing a strong to marginally severe thunderstorm. And when I say marginally severe, I mean just barely touching that threshold of it being strong or severe. The threshold being 58 mile per hour winds or hail 1 inch in diameter or greater. So far, we haven't seen any hail even remotely approaching that. But we have seen winds gusting 40, 45, 50 miles per hour. That's why we're not seeing severe thunderstorm warnings. It doesn't meet the criteria. But we are getting special weather statements because 40, 45, 50 mile per hour winds can cause damage. So we do get that special weather statement for storms that strong. A lot of lightning out there this morning. And the one thing that's not considered when special weather statements and warnings are issued is the lightning output. It should be. And that's been an ongoing debate for years with the Weather Service because it's a killer. I mean, Alabama ranks 5th in the entire country with lightning deaths every single year. So if you hear rumbles of thunder, if you see lightning, you're close enough to be struck by it. So make sure you're in a well-protected structure indoors. You don't want to stay outside and mess with lightning. I don't care if you look at your phone and the storm is 10 miles away and it's sunny. If you can hear thunder, you're close enough to be struck. It can travel that far. So always remember that. So that's what we're looking at graphic-wise, damaging winds and large hail, maybe through about midnight tonight. I mean, it's 7:22. We're looking at 9:30, 10 o'clock before the main line makes it into East Alabama, I think, or right there along the Alabama-Georgia state line. Now, it'll certainly be in Talladega County and Coosa County probably in about an hour. So maybe by about 8:30. And then across the border counties of Georgia and Alabama, maybe by about 9:15, 9:30. And then I think probably about 30, 45 minutes later, the threat of severe weather will be over. What threat there isn't much. So maybe by about, 10:45, 11 o'clock tonight, everybody will be behind that main line of storms, and that's where the threat remains at this time. So that's kind of what we're looking at. If you're just joining us, no weather warnings or watches out there at this hour. Oh, and don't forget, at 2 a.m. in the morning, we spring forward. I don't like it either. So we time changes here in a couple of hours, 2, 3 hours, 4, 5, something like that. And we're looking at thunderstorms, about a 50-50 chance, even odds of seeing a shower or thunderstorm tomorrow. 70% chance tomorrow. That's wrong. Let's move that over here. Right there. That makes better sense. That was throwing me off. So Sunday, a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms. This front that's bringing the main line of thunderstorms is going to stall out somewhere across Alabama and Georgia. So it's going to keep us wet over the next 12 to 18 hours, maybe 24 hours. We should start to see the rain chances dwindle as we get into Sunday afternoon, Sunday night. And then Monday, we're at a 50-50 chance of seeing showers and thunderstorms. Tuesday, slight chance. Wednesday, slight chance. Our next storm system is in here Wednesday night. And right now, we've got an 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms, and we'll have to watch again for another opportunity for strong to severe thunderstorms. Right at this moment, it doesn't look especially significant, but we're still a couple, 2, 3 days out, so we've got to get a little bit closer. But just know that there is another threat of strong thunderstorms, at least, on Wednesday night into Thursday. And then we have about a 20% chance on Friday. Right now, it looks like the weekend, the upcoming weekend, next weekend, may turn out to be decent. Back to the radar we go. And you can see what is happening out there right now. Well, it's just a miracle that your mama was able to tell you that it hurt, because most people don't survive that. Candy said it looked like I was headed for Oz when I hit the wrong button. Pouring in Roanoke. Thank you, Miss Catherine. Flat Rock is waiting on some rain. You're going to get it. Y'all think that was my outdoor camera? We had a tornado up here in the mountains. That what it was? Uh-oh. Remy is about a half a box deep in Nella wafers. That'll get her sugar high, and she will start, she'll get chatty here in a minute. She said her feathers are already ruffled. We can't do that. Oh, that's a good idea. Go to the Oreos. I had chocolate chip earlier. I'm ashamed to say there's none left. Uh-oh, we're getting serious now. We're asking about peanut butter to go with the Nella wafers. That is where it's at, though. I agree. All right, so we got some heavy rain moving up into Roanoke, coming out of Chambers County. Let me take you down a little close on this storm right there. And let's go up here and stop it. Bring it current. There we go. So out there on the west side of Roanoke, very heavy rainfall right there. That red is heavy rainfall, and that's moving right into town. And we got heavy rain continuing up there northeast Chambers County. There at Standing Rock should start to ease up here a bit in the next few minutes. Highway 109, the Highway 109 bridge, very heavy rainfall, maybe some really small hail out there as well up there on the north end of West Point Lake. Moderate to heavy rainfall at Amity Campground. Moderate to heavy rainfall down at West Point Dam. Very heavy rainfall just north of Callaway High School, just to the east of Highway 27. And southwest of Hogansville. LaGrange just has some light rain right now. You just had a heavy shower move through, and you got some more heavy rain moving your way. Just some sprinkles down there at Troup County High School at the moment. And down here in Lynette, heavy rainfall all the way down to Valley. And that stretches all the way back into Harris County, and then down I-85 down to exit 70. Lake Harding, you just got some light rain at the moment, but you do have some heavier showers off to your southwest that will move up into that area here in the next 15, 20 minutes or so. Right now, Opelika, you look pretty good. Auburn looks good, just some light sprinkles. Some heavier rain showers, a parallel to and just southwest of 280, stretching from About Alexander City to Jackson Gap, Dadeville, Camp Hill, all of that moving off to the east-northeast. So that's kind of a look at what's going on right there across East Alabama and West Georgia. The bulk of the rain's been in Chambers County. Now moving up into northwestern Harris and southwestern Troup and across northern Troup. It's been raining down there for a minute. We got Birmingham back online. That gum, y'all making me hungry. We're talking about some Kool-Aid cream pie, pistachios. I need to take you some Cool Whip, Remy, and throw some Kool-Aid in it. Whip it up real good. Whatever flavor Kool-Aid you want. Heavy rain in Standing Rock. Miss Kay had a popsicle. Yeah, eating pistachios is a lot like eating oysters. Or crab legs. That's probably a better. Because you have to fight to get to the good stuff. But man, it's worth it. Doing great, Sherry. Hope that you are as well. Regina's watching us in LaGrange. If you're just joining us at 7:33 Central, 8:33 Eastern on your Saturday evening, March 7th, 2026, Dr. Don with you as we watch some heavy thunderstorms move across Alabama. Nothing severe. We have heavy rain, thunder, lightning in two different distinct areas. We have a broken line that's running well out ahead of the cold front that stretches from about Auburn, Opelika, up through Chambers into Harris and Troup, Southern Herd, right up the I-85 corridor. And then we have the main line of storms pushing through Birmingham. There's still about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from East Alabama and West Georgia. Pinto beans and cornbread. That's what I'm talking about. That'll fill you up right there. J.C. Hendricks watching us in the Roanoke. I'm going to take a quick break, folks. Have y'all heard the song? Let me go back. Well, I can't do that. Let me do it this way. Have y'all heard the song When the Sky Turns Dark? Let me get back over to the radar. And let me paste that right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this song while I'm on break. And just for those of you who hadn't heard it, now I got to warn you. I'm giving you fair warning. This thing is addictive. It'll get in your head. So Remy, be careful here. Be real careful with this song because you'll get stuck on it. But I'm really proud of the way this thing turns out. And it talks about what we do here on Dr. Don's Weather. And I'm going to let this thing play. It may loop a couple of times while I'm on break. And then we'll be back in just a few minutes, and we'll continue with our severe weather coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather.
When the sky turns dark,
you know who to turn to.
Dr. Don's Weather, we're watching it all.
Oh.
When the sky turns dark,
you know who to turn to.
Dr. Don's Weather, we're watching it all.
Oh yeah.
From Talladega down the back stretch of Newland where the pines lean low, Anderson streets, Roanoke front porches, we track every twist of the storm as it grows.
The Grange back roads, Localized,
we stay awake till the first daylight. Dr. Don's Weather, we got you covered. East Alabama, West Georgia, under our wings. When the sky turns black and the hail starts falling, we're on the air, we're calling your town by name. From the Tallapoosa to the Chattahoochee, Dr. Don's Weather, we stay with you
till it's through. Mama in Valley praying quiet, farmer near Woodland checking the sky.
Families in Carrollton are in those sirens as the warnings fly.
Dr. Don's voice strong through the static and rain.
Stay safe, stay calm, we're here again. Dr. Don's Weather, we got you covered. East Alabama, West Georgia, under our wings. When the sky turns black and the winds start howling, we're on the air, we're calling your town by name. From the Tallapoosa to the Chattahoochee, Dr. Don's Weather, we stay with you
till it's through, yeah.
every county road, every porch light glow. We don't look away till the last line goes. You're not alone.
You're not alone.
Dr. Don's Weather, we got you covered. East Alabama, West Georgia, under our wings. When the sky turns black and the sirens wailing, we're on the air, we're calling your town by name. From the Tallapoosa to the Chattahoochee, Dr. Don's Weather, we stay with you
Till it's through.
from Talladega to Newland,
From Anniston to Roanoke to
LaGrange and Opalaco.
Dr. Don's Weather's there with you.
When the sky turns dark,
You know who to turn to.
Dr. Don's Weather, we're watching it all.
Oh yeah.
From Talladega down the back stretch of Newland where the pines lean low, Anderson streets, Roanoke front porches, we track every twist of the storm as it grows.
The Grange back roads, Localized,
We stay awake till the first daylight. Dr. Don's Weather, we got you covered. East Alabama, West Georgia, under our wings. When the sky turns black and the hail starts falling, we're and Carol Turner and those sirens as the warnings fly.
Dr. Don's voice strong through the static and rain.
Stay safe, stay calm, we're here again. Dr. Don's weather, we got you covered. East Alabama, West Georgia, under our wings. When the sky turns black and the winds start howling, we're on the air, we're calling your town by name. From the Tallapoosa to the Chattahoochee, Dr. Don's weather, we stay with you
Till it's through, yeah.
every county road, every porch light glow. We don't look away till the last line goes. You're not alone.
You're not alone.
Dr. Don's weather, we got you covered. East Alabama, West Georgia, under our wings. When the sky turns black and the sirens wailing, we're on the air, we're calling your town by name. From the Tallapoosa to the Chattahoochee, Dr. Don's weather, we stay with you
Till it's through.
from Talladega to noon,
From Anniston to Roanoke to
LaGrange and Opalacool.
Dr. Don's weather's there with you.
Yay, look at there, East Alabama and West Georgia. Is that cool or what? That is when the skies turn dark, from the Tallapoosa to the Chattahoochee. All right, so we're looking at doing yet another one. We may do a whole album. I think the next thing we're going to attempt is going to be the What About song. We got the What About Club, so we need a What About song. So you creative people out there, get me some lyrics. Get me at least some catchy lines to use in Dr. Don's weather. What about? And we're going to start working on that hopefully sometime next week. Now, if you want to download When the Skies Turn Dark, all you have to do is go to our website. It's Dr. Don, it's DRDONWX.com. DRDONWX.com. Right there on the home page of our website, you can download the song. It doesn't cost you a thing. We're not charging anything for this. We just want everybody to have a good time with it. So you can go download the song to your phone and listen to that thing. And let me say this: you need to listen to it on your car stereo or a good sound system, because the drums and the bass, you can't really hear it that well on the phone. But my goodness, that thing sounds good, and we're very proud of it. I like it. Good stuff. All right, Remy, get to work. Get me some lyrics for the What About song and put Beans Mill in it. We'll put you in there, because the What About song is probably going to mention a lot of locations across East Alabama and West Georgia. And we may do an extended album cut version of When the Skies Turn Dark and add some more locations in the song. We may do that as well. So I got some crazy ideas on some things we can do, and we want you guys to be involved in it. So yeah, give me some lyrics, and we'll talk about your location, your town, and the Dr. Don What About song. All right, let's get back to some weather. We are here because we have some strong thunderstorms moving across Alabama, and we have two distinct areas that we're watching at this hour. Let's use the Remy Art. So there is the first area, and it's a cluster of thunderstorms moving across West Georgia out of Chambers County into Harris, Troup, and maybe reaching up into extreme southern Heard County, and that is moving off to the northeast. and that will continue moving toward Atlanta or South Atlanta over the next hour or so. We are seeing more storms redevelop back across Tallapoosa County, and that stuff's going to get up into southern Randolph for sure. So Roanoke back over to Wadley. You got some heavy rain in Wadley right now. But none of this is severe. I mean, we're talking gusty winds, maybe a lot of lightning, and some of that lightning could be very dangerous if you're not in a good structure. We'll take you down there a little bit closer on this, and you can see that we have those storms moving across West Georgia. But again, nothing severe. We have a couple of special weather statements that have been issued by Peachtree City for the Lynette area. So that's Southern Troop into Meriwether County. We do have special weather statements, places like Hogansville down to West Point as these storms move off to the northeast, but no severe thunderstorm warnings. That's the good news. I know it's kind of hard to see those special weather statement polygons there on the screen. That's why you guys need to be watching us on your big screen TV. All you have to do is go to YouTube on your big screen TV and search for Dr. Don's Weather and watch us on that big screen TV. The resolution is phenomenal. But that's where the heavier parts of these storms are there, just to the east of Lynette and then just southeast of Hogansville, moving off to the east-northeast. And then we have the main line of thunderstorms. And right now, we're looking at gusty winds of 30, maybe 40 miles per hour out ahead of the line of thunderstorms. If you'll look real close, we'll let that sweep finish first. If you look right here, you see that distinct line right there? That's where the heaviest wind is. That's a gust front that's running out ahead of this line of thunderstorms. So right in this area is where the heaviest wind is taking place down. That's going to move down into Clanton, maybe clipping southern Tallapoosa or Talladega, up there around Childersburg and Sylacauga. That will move into Coosa, may end up down here in Tallapoosa. I think that gust front, though, for the most part, will stay away from Clay and Randolph. And then look at what's happening back here. This is near Demopolis. We're beginning to get a bow segment on this line of thunderstorms. Now, that won't move into East Alabama. That'll end up down here, probably Montgomery and south. But if you're along the I-80 corridor from Demopolis to Selma to Montgomery and point south, you've got a pretty good line of thunderstorms beginning to develop over here with that bowing segment right there, which is a sign of wind. Overall, we're not looking at a major severe weather outbreak here, but yeah, certainly some strong storms across East Alabama and West Georgia. Setting up now from the Tallapoosa to the Chattahoochee. Good job, Remy. Remy's got When the Skies Turn Dark downloaded to her phone. I hope everybody will do that. And share it. Share it on Facebook. Raining hard out there on 87 in Springfield. Question, who sings that song? Well, folks, I'm going to tell you, that is not a human being. That is AI. Is that not crazy? Now, we worked on that thing for about 2 weeks, fine tuning. AI is good, but it's not perfect. So there was a lot of fine tuning I had to do to it. But that is the Dr. Don Weather Singers, we'll call them. Dr. Don's Weather Singers. Leslie, I wish. That's not Tim McGraw or Faith Hill. It does sound like him kind of, though, doesn't it? Yeah, it's artificial intelligence. It's the Dr. Don Weather Singers. Pretty crazy. Yeah, that's right, Remy. You need to play it in your new truck, see what it sounds like. I forgot. I saw you got one. I see a question earlier in the chat room. What does special weather statement mean? Special weather statement means that, hey, we got a strong thunderstorm, but it doesn't meet severe thunderstorm warning criteria. So for a storm to be classified as severe, you have to have wind gust of 58 miles per hour and hail 1 inch in diameter or greater. Well, if you have a storm that's just below that, it is significant, but it doesn't quite meet the severe criteria, so they will issue a special weather statement. Anytime you have a weather system, whether it's, severe weather, winter weather, whatever, that has become significant, but it doesn't reach the warning criteria, then they will issue a special weather statement, they being the National Weather Service. So like tonight, our storms are, wind gust 40, 45, 50 miles per hour. And so that's not quite strong enough to justify a severe thunderstorm warning, so they issue special weather statements instead of severe thunderstorm warnings. And then, of course, if the storm is tornadic in nature, then they will issue a tornado warning. No. For LaGrange, you have a special weather statement. That's it. No tornadoes, no severe. It is a special weather statement for LaGrange. You can see right there, you can faintly see that brown outline, that triangle, that polygon. That is a special weather statement, and it does cover LaGrange. But I'll tell you, LaGrange, the heaviest part of that storm cell is moving on off to your east. No tornadoes, no severe weather for LaGrange. Thanks, Angie. Hey, Bobby G. Oh, hey, Leanne. Welcome to the What About Club. We have a What About? I gotta get my air horn hooked back up. I'll get to work on that so I can toot the horn at the whatabouts. I saw that, Remy. Got a what about, and my air horn is not operational at the moment. What about Anniston? Anniston, you're in East Alabama. You got a line of thunderstorms coming your way, but I will say this, Anniston. The line's kind of broken now. It was much more solid a couple of hours ago coming through Birmingham, but now it's kind of scattered and broken. You got some pockets of heavy rain around Anniston, but nothing of any significance whatsoever. And if we were going to have anything strong to severe up there, it would be happening right now as that line moves through. I know you've got a special weather statement in place up there, but maybe a little windy, but I don't see anything of any great significance for Anniston at this hour. I'm going to be honest with you, that entire line is kind of breaking up. It's not nearly as solid as it was. The only part of that line of thunderstorms coming into West Alabama that I would be concerned about right now is this part that's bowing over there around Demopolis. That would be the only area of concern at this hour. Pat Ray up in Lincoln, Alabama. Enterprise, the only city in America that has a monument honoring a insect, the boll weevil. Y'all be careful, Quandale. Dr. Don bobbleheads, there's a good idea. That's a good idea. We used to own a small business. It was a gift shop. We have a contact for a bobblehead manufacturer because we used to sell them. Hadn't even had that thought. Had to work on that. Hey, Kelly, no issues up around Woodland. We don't have any issues anywhere, really. I mean, the only part of this line that I would be a little bit concerned about would be that part down there around Demopolis where it's bowing out. That's where some heavier rain could be, certainly some strong winds. That's where the majority of the lightning is occurring. And that's going to stay, I think, that's going to stay south of most of East Alabama and West Georgia. We'll watch it over the next hour or so and see kind of how it evolves with time. Yeah, nothing for Franklin. Nothing in Wedowee. I mean, you got lightning. Look, if you're in Wedowee and you're looking south, you're seeing lightning. I understand that. And you do have some showers and thunderstorms coming out of Tallapoosa County, which is moving up into southern Randolph, up to just south of Wedowee. But at the moment, none of that is severe. We're not even seeing special weather statements on this stuff. What about weather? It may seem forever. What about Dr. Don, who connects with us together? From county to county and state to state, what about us all? Listen to the broadcast. Don't hesitate. Dr. Don's got you covered. Good stuff, Daniel. I like that. No, Candace. East Alabama weather is not severe. Some heavy pockets of heavy rain, maybe a little breezy, and certainly some dangerous lightning, especially in northeastern Tallapoosa County. But Weather Service issuing no severe thunderstorm warnings for East Alabama at this time. The majority of the lightning in West Georgia is right here. And that is basically from about Hogansville to just between LaGrange and Greenville down to about Pine Mountain. And you folks down there at Lake Harding, you may see some lightning to your north. And all of that's moving in this direction. This stuff over in Tallapoosa County from about Jackson Gap down to around Dadeville is moving in that direction. Not severe, but there is a little bit of lightning involved with it. And then the main line is running from right there where that white line is and moving in this direction. The part of that line that, the only part of that line that at the moment is a little bit concerning would be right in here. And that's because that part of the line is bowing. And then we do have a little bit of wind with a gust front right in this area. Which could make it over there into parts of East Alabama and West Georgia if it holds together. But we're talking wind gust of, 40, 45 miles per hour maybe. Here's another what about. Welcome to the club, Candace. Talladega. You're under a special weather statement, but that line, I'm telling you, has pretty much fallen apart. You got some individual storms off to your west that could move through that area, but it doesn't look like anything significant to me. And that special weather statement for Talladega County will expire at 8:15. So about another 7 or 8 minutes or so. Thank you, Ray. Hey, look, speaking of T-shirts, you guys, we're going to be broadcasting live from Boondocks in Wedowee on May 30th. We will be on location May 30th at Boondocks in Wedowee. It's our annual hurricane party. So that you are there. And not that one. Oh, that's the wrong. That's the wrong one there, Dr. D. Let me get you over here to the right one. Actually, that's not the wrong one. Hang in there. There we go. There we go. All right, so this is our 2026 Boondocks Hurricane Party design. There's your hurricane in the middle. There's one of Miss Tracy's specialty drinks that she makes just for the hurricane party. Mr. Denny will have some great ice cream creations as well. Of course, you get to come eat and enjoy all the great food, but the desserts and the drinks are the best. It's the 2026 third annual Boondocks Hurricane Party coming up on May 30th at Boondocks in Wedowee. So I hope that you guys will mark your calendars and then go to the Dr. Don Weather Store and purchase your T-shirt. You're supporting Dr. Don's Weather when you do that, and you'll be all decked out. We got every color under the rainbow. You ladies want to get different color shirts, you can certainly do that. And you guys, too. So go get your Boondocks Hurricane Party 2026 T-shirt and make sure you're there with us on the 30th at Boondocks. We'll also be in town, I believe it's May 16th. Is that correct? For Bike Hike at the Rec Center. We'll be there broadcasting live as well. So I hope that you'll come by and hang out with us at both locations, at this year's Bike Hike and at Boondocks on beautiful Lake Wedowee in Randolph County, Alabama. We are excited and look, we're all cooped up all winter. We're ready to get out and do some stuff. Hey, Lee Cobb, we're looking forward to it again this year as well. It's a lot of fun. Weather permitting, we set up out on the front deck, and we hang out with everybody all day long and have a good time, and hope that you make your plans to be there. Again, if you're just joining us, we're watching a line of thunderstorms move across Alabama, and I got to be honest with you, it's kind of taken on a different look over the last hour. The northern part of the line has pretty much become segmented. It's not a solid line. And then we got that Boeing segment that has kicked in pretty heavy now from just north of Demopolis all the way back into Mississippi. And that's moving off to the east. That's going to move through Montgomery. It may make it into parts of East Alabama. It's still kind of early to tell, and we got a ways to go before it gets here, because this entire line's only moving at about 30 miles per hour. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. Yes, absolutely. Kids are absolutely. We are a kid and pet friendly group. Yes, Kay. Kids are very much welcome. Matter of fact, I'll probably have several there myself. I don't know that they're weakening, because they wasn't that strong to start with. They've become segmented. It's not a solid line of storms anymore, but the individual red areas that you see on the screen still, are strong. They're not severe. But the main reason they're issuing special weather statements is for the wind. And we have a gust front that's running out ahead of the main line. There's the gust front right there. And there could be some 30, 40 mile per hour wind gust along that orange line as it moves off to the east in that direction. That's the main reason they're issuing the special weather statements. No severe thunderstorm warnings, no tornadoes, none of that nonsense. This is just some strong thunderstorms that's got some gusty wind running out ahead of it. All of the stuff you see in Tallapoosa, Chambers, and over into West Georgia, none of that's severe either. We do have a couple of special weather statements for those cells, but that's basically because of wind as well. Tennessee. What about Tennessee? I will have to do some switching here. Just give me 1 second. Tennessee's good. I mean, you can clearly see before the radar loops there or pops up where the thunder and lightning is. Thunder and lightning is northeast Georgia down to west Georgia, east Alabama, and then from just east of Birmingham all the way back down to Houston, Texas. Nothing at all, really, other than some light rain up here in Tennessee. Heavier storms about to move into Talladega County. Heavier showers there around Sylacauga. And more storms forming back in Tallapoosa, moving up into southwestern Randolph. But again, nothing severe out there at the moment, just special weather statements on most of these storms. Okay, folks, I got to take another quick break. We'll continue with our coverage in just a few moments. You're watching severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's Weather from the Tallapoosa to the Chattahoochee from Dr. Don's Weather. right, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don back in here with you on your Saturday evening. It is 8:23 p.m. Central, 9:23 p.m. Eastern. And we're watching some heavy thunderstorms roll across Alabama. Nothing severe at this hour. As a matter of fact, I believe they canceled the special weather statements. Let's see here. Take that current, yeah. So right now, I don't see any special weather statements in Alabama. I do see that Georgia, let's see, I think that's expired too. No, that's in effect until 8:30. So we've got, about 6 minutes left on that one over into Meriwether County. And the one to the south goes until 8:30 as well. And the heaviest part of that storm, let's just go in here and look at this. The heaviest part of that storm is now over Pine Mountain, stretching down to around Hamilton. And the one up north around Gay, Georgia, is where the heaviest part of that one is. But in Alabama, we've got these showers right here from about Dadeville, maybe a little bit south of Dadeville, all the way up to Daviston, and then to Roanoke. And then there's a little break in the action, picks up again just north of Roanoke and stretches all the way up on the eastern side of Randolph County. From about the State Line store up to around the East Randolph Volunteer Fire Department. And then from just west of Roanoke back to Dickert to just east of Wadley, down into northwestern Chambers County, just west of Milltown, down to Sykes in Chambers County, and about Dadeville up to Jackson Gap in Tallapoosa County. Not a lot of lightning output with that part. Then we have these other storms back off to the west. And you can kind of see, I mean, it's easy to see the difference in what's going on here. Let me turn the art school back on. And you look at all of this stuff, which is now beginning to merge, and all of that is broken in nature. I mean, it's not a distinct line. The closest thing to it is, maybe from Dadeville back up to South Atlanta. There could be a little bit of a line there, but those are just kind of broken showers and thunderstorms. And then you look down on the south end of this, and then you see that Boeing segment on the south end of the line. And right here is where the heaviest storms are taking place. And that is going to be just to the northwest of Marion, Alabama. That's over in West Alabama between just to the east of Greensboro and just to the northwest of Marion. But there's still a pretty good gust front. There's your gust front right there. And then you got some wind right there on that Boeing segment. You can see it very well, too. And I would probably say that's in the 25, 30, 35 mile per hour range that's moving down into Clanton. Keisha, I see your question. I explained that earlier, but I will run through it again because that's a very common question, and it's a good one. The difference between a special weather statement and a severe thunderstorm warning. Now, the warnings and the watches are issued by the National Weather Service, okay? You have the National Weather Service, which is the Storm Prediction Center out in Norman, Oklahoma. They issue the watches and the discussions about where they think the strongest weather is going to be. And then the local National Weather Service offices in each state actually pull the trigger on the warnings and the special weather statements. For most of East Alabama, the National Weather Service, well, all of East Alabama, the National Weather Service out of Birmingham is the office that issues for East Alabama, and then Peachtree City, over in Peachtree City, Georgia, issues for West Georgia. And so for a storm to be classified as severe, it has to meet two things. Number one, you have to have wind at 58 miles per hour or stronger, and you have to have hail 1 inch in diameter or larger. Those are the only two things that classify a storm as severe. If a storm is strong, it is noteworthy. You should know about it and pay attention to it, but it doesn't meet the criteria for severe, then they issue a special weather statement. Hey, this is a special storm. It is strong, but it's not severe. That's when they issue special weather statements. And then once that storm, if it's increasing in intensity and it reaches that 58 mile per hour or 1 inch or greater size of hail, once it reaches that threshold, then they'll upgrade that special weather statement to a severe thunderstorm warning. And then, of course, the next upgrade is a tornado warning if the storm is rotating and producing a tornado. So I hope maybe that answers your question. I get that question all the time. It is a little bit confusing. And the Weather Service, in recent years, has really started paying attention to the general public, and they work really hard to try to figure out a better way to make folks understand the significance of a storm and to take it serious. And they really, really try hard not to cry wolf, because that's always been a problem, because we don't have enough Weather Service offices across this country, quite honestly. And so a lot of times they'll just paint a broad picture, and some folks will get it and lots of folks won't get it. So they're really working on all of that and have been for the last several years to try to get a little better at their wording, their delivery, and so that you can understand what's happening. And that's got a lot to do with why we are here, because we want to give you the coverage you deserve across East Alabama and West Georgia, one, because you do get left behind by Birmingham and Atlanta television quite often when it comes to wall-to-wall coverage. And we want to educate you at the same time. We want to help you understand how weather works and what you're looking at when we're talking about severe weather, so that you can understand where the weather's coming from, where it's going, and are you in between. You should be able to just simply look at a radar and determine for yourself whether or not you may be affected by severe weather. That's the goal. And so that's why a lot of times we spend a lot of time helping you understand what you're looking at when we're showing you the radar, such as we are right now, and explaining this is where the severe weather is, this is the direction it's moving. If your town is in this area, then you're going to receive it. In a setup like tonight, we've got a line of thunderstorms that's going to move across all of East Alabama and West Georgia. So if your town is there and it hasn't stormed at your house yet, it's probably about to. Now, I'll note something that is developing right now. as we speak, and this has just happened in the last couple of frames. I'm going to stop the radar loop, and I'm going to back it up. Y'all, I have got like 57 monitors in front of me, and I have one keyboard and one mouse. And I lose my mouse all the time. It just jumps all over the place. So here's something I want to show you. We're going to back up to right there. That was at 8:05. So that was about 30 minutes ago. And then bring it forward. Look at the development there around Sylacauga and across Clay and northern Randolph all the way over to about Bowden. Look at that development. It just all of a sudden in the last 25, 30 minutes, we've got development right there. So what's happening is that line of storms is beginning to increase in coverage, not necessarily intensity, but coverage, as it's running into this boundary that we've had setting across East Alabama all afternoon, this area here. We've had just training showers and thunder showers down here all day. Well, now this line of storms is beginning to interact with this trough that's setting down here, and we're getting all this development that's blowing up. Again, not necessarily severe, but certainly it is increasing in coverage. So that's going to increase the heavy rainfall across Clay, Randolph, and eventually that's going to move on down into Coosa, Tallapoosa. We're going to get more down here in Chambers and also into the Opelika, Auburn-Opelika area, and across all of East Alabama, across all of West Georgia as well. Stephanie, you're going to have showers and thunderstorms for the next several hours across the LaGrange area, all of East Alabama and West Georgia. Same for Heard County. You're very welcome, Keisha. Hey, Rayford. Well, I'm flattered that you're putting me in the same category with Glenn Burns. Remy says that she is a walking special weather statement, literally. That girl's too much. I love some of the lyrics you guys are coming up with for our What About song. Do me a favor and email those to me. And my email address, I got a bunches, but probably the easiest one to remember is drdonwx@gmail.com. drdonwx@gmail.com. Let me put that in the chat room. There is our email address. And it's showing up restream.io because that's a whole nother lesson. We use a website called Restream, which takes our broadcast signal and it disseminates that signal to all of our Facebook channels and our YouTube channels and over on X. So when I type something in the chat room, it goes back through Restream, so that's why it shows restream.io. But that is from me. That is a good link that will take you to Dr. Don's email. So if you've got some lyrics or something you want to share with me, you don't want to put in the chat room, maybe you own a business and you would like to become a community partner, and we put you in front of thousands of people every single day, just like the venue at 5 Points Farms you see there at the bottom of the screen. Send me an email, and I will send you a link where you can go take a look at the different packages, and you can sign up online, and we can have you started before we do our next weather forecast. drdonwx@gmail.com. I was looking at some analytics this morning. Folks, in the last 90 days, we have had a little over 900,000 views on Dr. Don's weather. Almost 1 million views in the last 90 days. And that's pretty strong. I thank all of you guys for following us and checking in with us and watching our coverage here on Dr. Don's weather. We need to build it even more, and you can be a hero by sharing what you're watching right now with all of your friends on Facebook. And make sure you like us, you comment, you follow us, and share us on your Facebook feed. And if you haven't done so, I highly encourage you to go over to YouTube and subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather. It's free on YouTube. And that way you get a push notification when we go live to cover severe weather. Facebook doesn't work that way. If you don't interact with us quite often on Facebook, it may be, a long time, maybe up to hours or days before you get notification that we're live. So you have to continuously interact with us on Facebook for us to stay on top of your news feed. YouTube doesn't work that way. YouTube sends out a push notification if you are a subscriber, and you need to turn on your notifications for YouTube so you can get that notification when we go live. So I hope that you guys will do that. And also subscribe to us on Facebook. Now, there is a charge for our Facebook subscription. It's 99 cents a month. 99 cents a month, less than $12 a year. And that helps support us here at Dr. Don's Weather, so we encourage you to do that as well. Probably was about 50,000 of those views. Probably was you, Remy. All right, I'm gonna let's see here. Check on something right quick. So we have absolutely no special weather statements, no severe thunderstorm warnings, no nothing. No watches, no severe weather whatsoever across Alabama. And for the most part, West Georgia at this hour. We still have one special weather statement that's hanging on there just to the northeast of Pine Mountain. But across the rest of Alabama, no warnings and no special weather statements. Now, all of this is very heavy rainfall for sure. And there is a little bit of lightning out there and maybe some gusty winds and maybe some small hail, but nothing severe. So we are going to wrap this up for now. I will continue to watch this very closely. And if we get any special weather statements or any severe thunderstorm warnings, which I do not anticipate, I'll be right back on with you. Well, I'm glad you watched James Spann, because I taught that man everything he knows. I'm just picking at you. I agree with you 100%. I still watch James Spann. I do. I've got him on my phone. Especially a couple of days ahead of a significant weather event, I'll start watching him to kind of get his thought on what the weather event is going to look like by the time it gets to Alabama. They don't come much better than James Spann. I agree. James Spann is to Alabama as Glenn Burns is to Georgia. Now, obviously, when I'm doing live severe weather coverage, I can't watch him. Now, occasionally I will bring him up on one of the monitors in the studio and kind of, I can't listen, but I can kind of watch out of one eye just to make sure I'm not missing something. But they don't come much better than Spann. Thank you, Remy. I appreciate those kind words. Angie, I appreciate those kind words as well. Hey, here, Neil Fettner up there in Jacksonville, Alabama. All right, so we're gonna put this to bed for now. We have nothing severe out there. I will, again, keep a very close watch on this. And if we start to see thunderstorms intensify, or if we see something that I think you need to know about, then I'll come right back and we'll continue with our live coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you back in here first thing tomorrow morning with your Sunday edition of the Primetime Forecast, unless something changes, and then I'll be right back with you.